Hi, I'm John Campea, the Movie Blog, and this is my quick 3-minute review of the new animated film, Flushed Away. Now, as in all animated films of the last number of years that aren't being produced by Pixar, I didn't have much hope for this film. As a matter of fact, they all end up being lousy, whether you look at films like Robots or Madagascar or The Wild or you name it. It seems like anything that hasn't been done by Pixar over the last few years has been pretty much just a waste of time, or at best just a mildly enjoyable yet throwaway movie. I'm happy to say that Flushed Away caught me big time by surprise, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, let me start off with the negative. Much like all the other animated films that have been out the last few years, Flushed Away lacks any depth at all. And I mean that in all terms. Depth of the characters. All the characters are very, very shallow. They're very, very unidimensional. Depth of story. It's a very plain, streamlined story. Really, the story is almost there as an excuse to put all the sight gags in place. However, having said all that, the sight gags and the witty banter and dialogue of this film more than make up for its lack of depth, and makes Flushed Away actually end up being a pretty enjoyable time in the cinema. One of the best things about Flushed Away, for me as an adult watching it, is catching all the Easter eggs. There's a lot of Easter eggs planted throughout this film. Let me just point out 2 of them to you. The lead character's name is Rodney, the rat, who is voice acted by Hugh Jackman, who of course plays Wolverine in the X-Men films. One Easter egg in the film is Rodney is standing in a mirror holding up 2 different outfits to see what he wants to wear, and one of them just happens to be a Wolverine outfit. Of course, the little kids wouldn't get that, but I did, and I laughed my ass off. One of the other ones, when Toad, the villain of the film, who's voiced by Sir Ian McKellen, is showing off his ice prison where his various rat enemies are frozen in various blocks of ice, over Rodney's shoulder you see one rat frozen in ice who's dressed like Han Solo. Once again, something none of the kids would get, but I did and I really liked. One of the strong points of the film is also the character, an assassin by the name of Le Frog, who is voiced brilliantly by Jean Reno, and that was just one of the great characters. Kate Winslet is also one of the voices. Andy Serkis, who does the voice of Gollum, is one of the voices as well. Overall, is this a great motion picture? No, it's not. But there's a real entertainment value to this film. I walked in, it's shallow, but it made me smile, made me laugh, and I walked out, I had a good time. Bottom line is, that's the thing that's really important. Overall, I'm going to give Flushed Away a 7.5 out of 10, purely for its entertainment value. On the scale of no-go and Roth, I give it a high go. Also, before I sign off, I just want to say a quick hello to the girls of 308, or as I call it, the House of Hotness. For the Movie Blog, I'm John Campea.